846-369-9003 or check out their website at goadvertiseunlimited.com and make your advertising dollars count. Yes! The Doug Stewart Show is off and running. But just like every company, we need sponsors. Would yours like to work with one of the livest, most dynamic, and recognized sports talk show personalities in America? By the way, that's me. Getting in on the ground floor? Well, call us at 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com and let's do business. From the smallest company in Atlanta to the biggest brands nationally and worldwide, shawty. People know me and the Stews brand in these streets. Holla at your folk. Once again, the number is 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. Yes! So you think you're a fantasy whiz, huh? Well, prove it and make some nice scratch at the same time. Scratch is money. What do you know about FanDuel? FanDuel packs the thrill of a whole season in 1 week. Play in 1 week fantasy football leagues for free money with immediate cash payouts. The money is real with no season-long commitment. That's huge because when your team starts to suck, you don't want to play no more. It's no more fun. Trade everybody. I've been there. You play when and how much you want. Deposit now and FanDuel will match it up to $200. Use the promo code COOLER, that's COOLER, and take advantage of free loot to get your game on. FanDuel, where every week is a new season.
All meat, no gristle. The Doug Stewart Show.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. That's right, all meat, no gristle. All lean meat on the Doug Stewart Show. The number is 404-382-0338. That's the number to the show. You can also email us. If you're a company out there as well, make sure you email your boy if you'd like to talk about doing some business with the show and promoting your brand or your product. We would love to work with you. Yes. So email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. This segment is brought to you by FanDuel. FanDuel is the best, the greatest at one-day fantasy sports. Yes, so go to my website. Make sure you go to my website, thedugstewartshow.com, and click on their banner link and join up, create a persona, and then this is what we're doing. We're doing a weekly, once a week fantasy Doug Stewart Show fantasy duel matchup thing. All right, but create an account, and once you do that, then email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com and let me know, and then I'll hit you back with a link to said weekly game. All right, we're going to crown a winner. I'll give that person a mention on Tuesday, a shout out for winning the Doug Stewart Weekly League, and also you win money. This is the big thing about FanDuel. You win money, cash money. It's not no play thing that they have to do now with the online gambling on those poker sites or whatever. No, it's legal and it's fine. You use a skill. It's not gambling. Wink, wink. It's a skill, picking games and knowing history of teams. So, yes, it's a $5 game. You put in $5. We're going to do 10 teams and top 3 winners. It's not going to be a lot of money. You're not going to be able to retire off of it. But it's a little, it's fun. It adds a little something to the game when you know you got something on the line. So, the weekly Doug Stewart Show Fantasy League is going down. 404-382-0338. So, we're also talking about on this Mad Dog Monday with your ballers and your busters, we're also talking about who's the face of your organization or your program. The Steelers retired Mean Joe Green's number this past weekend, the number 75. So it started me thinking, as it normally does, who's that guy for your team? Like most fans would agree, this is the most prominent, this is the biggest name, the most iconic name in this team's history. So for the Steelers, it's Mean Joe Green. What about for the Los Angeles Lakers? Somebody posed that to me a little bit earlier. And you got the all-time leading scorer in Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but then right behind him, you've got Magic Johnson, and you've got Kobe Bryant. It's not Shaq because Shaq was too much of a journeyman. We love Shaq, but damn it, he played for the Celtics. You can't be an all-time Laker and you play for the Celtics. You put on a Celtics stinking uniform, so that's not going to work. So I think it would be Magic. I think that if you polled Laker fans, I think they would say it's Magic Johnson. Maybe if you polled younger Laker fans, they might even say it's Kobe. I don't know. So if you listed, a couple of names and you went back from the beginning of time or before all these players we're mentioning played, and so a fan saw all of these guys play and they can assess, give a better assessment, I think it would probably be Magic, because Magic was Showtime. The smile, the style of play, the Lake Show, and, Showtime and all that. So I think it would be Magic if you're a Laker fan. What about the New York Yankees? Would it be Derek Jeter? Would it be DiRaggio? Who would it be? Who would it be? Would it be Babe Ruth? I think it might still be Babe Ruth. It might still be Babe Ruth, even though the man's been dead about 100 years. But his legend is so big and is so great, and the things that he did, and the guy, he could pitch as well. Actually traded when he came from the Boston Red Sox to the Yankees. He was actually a pitcher, which is crazy. But about his Herculean feats as far as hitting the baseball and how much he's regarded, how big his legend is. Like I said, I guess it still might be Babe Ruth. And you've had great players, the Reggie Jacksons of the world, and just Derek Jeter, as I mentioned, who just retired. I don't think so. I think the legend of Babe Ruth is still the bigger name when you're talking about the New York Yankees. What about the New York Knicks? I got somebody that posted something a little bit earlier and said as Willis Reed still from the game in the playoff where he came out with the injury. I don't know. I think you could get some argument about that. Was Willis Reed, and I wasn't around when Willis Reed was at his height. Was Willis Reed a better player than Patrick Ewing, who I gave that title to as the most iconic figure in Georgetown basketball history earlier? But is Willis Reed regarded as a better basketball player than Patrick Ewing? I don't think so. But because he was on the team that won their last championship, I think back in 1973, does he get more love? Is he regarded higher by New York Knicks fans to Patrick Ewing because of the ring? Because the ring is the thing. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. So I don't know. If you're a Yankee fan or if you're a New York Knicks fan, I know Vern's out there and he's a New York Knicks fan. What's your thought about that? Is it Willis Reed? Is it Patrick Ewing? I think that's the conversation. I think that's the conversation. We talk about all-time great New York Knicks. Is it Clyde Frazier, as my man Jungle Brother just put just now? I don't know. I don't know. They've had some great players in their history. A team that gets a lot more conversation and respect than I think they deserve after only winning one ring in the last 40 years. That's neither here nor there. That's a conversation for a different day. So that's what we're doing today, having some fun talking about that. Who's the most iconic figure in your team's history on the Doug Stewart Show? 404-382-0338. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. The Pittsburgh Steelers get a huge win over the Baltimore Ravens in the division, and Ben Roethlisberger goes off throwing 6 touchdown passes. The Denver Broncos, yes, they go down to the New England Patriots 43-21, and they lose their game. And so Tom Brady has a great game. Peyton has a good game, throws a couple of picks that were costly. So talking about that as well. And the Georgia Bulldogs, man, my gosh. And I just hate to just, throw them on Front Street like this, but the Georgia Bulldogs give up 418 yards rushing. What? How can that happen? How can that happen? And clearly, Treon Harris, the quarterback for the Florida Gators, starting over Jeff Driscoll, that experiment's over. He only throws the ball 6 times. Florida apparently ran or took a playbook out of Georgia Southern's playbook. And they ran the ball down their throat. Kevin Taylor, your boy Fred Taylor's son, 25 carries, 197 yards. Matt Jones, some other kid, he puts up another 192 yards. So, yeah, somebody called up earlier or hit me on the chat earlier, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and talked about how Georgia just refused to just stack the box and make Treon Harris beat them. Yeah. Okay, that would work for a quarter and a half. But no, Jeremy Pruitt, you have to make an adjustment. And that's what great coaches do. They make adjustments. And evidently Georgia did not make an adjustment, and that's just horrible. Really, I think they had their destiny in their own hands. There was a sports book out in Vegas, as I mentioned earlier, that had Georgia 5-1 and winning the national championship, tied with Mississippi State and Florida State at this point, and they just pissed it away. And once again, the Georgia Bulldogs, they let you down. They bring you up, and they just let you down. They do. They just do. They just continue to bring you up and let you down. And no different this year, evidently, because they won't get back in contention to get one of those 4 playoff spots, especially with 2 losses. And especially in a game that they were supposed to win. They'll just never, ever be able to get back. And right now, they dropped Georgia all the way down to their 11th. And I think they were 8th last week, so they dropped them down to 11th. And just a horrible, horrible, horrible thing that Georgia could lose this game in this manner. Just terrible, terrible, terrible. And clearly, and I've heard it already, this is what Mark Richt conversation, this is what Mark Richt does. Conversation has already reared its ugly head. You know, and I'm a Mark Richt fan, but this continues to happen. This is what you call this is a routine now. You know, this is what happens with the Georgia Bulldogs over the last couple of years. They have tremendous letdowns when they're right there. I remember a couple of years ago in the game against Auburn, where Auburn went to the national championship, and the last play of the game, they threw the little out pattern, and I believe it was knocked down. Georgia's had opportunities over the years to take it to that next level, and when I say that next level, I mean national championship. And once again, disappointed. Once again, we are totally disappointed. All right, up next on the Doug Stewart Show, we'll read more of your chat. We're talking about the greatest, most iconic player in your team's history, and ballers and busters. That's what we do on this show, man. Just a lot of fun. Fun. Don't go away. It's the Doug Stewart Show. This your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-file, prescription savings, and a fully encompassed prepaid legal benefit that includes identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. All right, I know the deal. You've been thinking about starting that online store, right? And you do know e-commerce makes billions a year. That's right, billions with a B. Well, just do it, and do it right with my friends at AmeriCommerce. AmeriCommerce is an easy-to-use tool to sell anything online, on Facebook, and through mobile phones. Over 100,000 merchants and website owners have chosen AmeriCommerce to handle their stores and customers. They have the most in-depth features in the industry, which include multiple storefronts, website management from one source, a Facebook shopping application, a mobile-optimized website, and much more. Don't let eBay, Amazon, and Zappos get all the money. Get your piece of the pie, too. Click on the link on thedougstewartshow.com or the app link for details. The Doug Stewart Show is off and running, but just like every company, we need sponsors. Would yours like to work with one of the livest, most dynamic, and recognized sports talk show personalities in America? By the way, that's me. Getting in on the ground floor? Well, call us at 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com, and let's do business. From the smallest company in Atlanta to the biggest brands nationally and worldwide, shawty. People know me and the Stews brand in these streets. Holla at your folk. Once again, the number is 770-847-0536 or email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Yes! If you're not stewing, what in the hell are you doing? This is the Doug Stewart Show. Thanks for joining your folk. I really do appreciate it. Yes, man. And we are having a good time on this Mad Dog Monday. Yes, Mad Dog Monday. And this segment is brought to you by Join 7. Join 7 is a protection group, and they protect against life's little mishaps. So